back. Tonight we are going to be making yet another easy cocktail and yet another gin-based cocktail. Once again, I like gin, so I make a lot of gin cocktails, but I do promise that we're going to do some other liquors soon, but bear with me. But tonight it's going to be another easy gin cocktail. I am making a gimlet, gin gimlet. I think traditionally and historically gimlets were always made with gin, but as vodka gained popularity, they have kind of become interchangeable. So you see vodka gimlets like you see vodka martinis, even though I'm pretty sure the gin martini is the classic way to make a martini. But this is another really simple cocktail. It is 3 ingredients. It's gin, lime juice, and simple syrup. So I love it. Super easy, all things I always have on hand, so I can make this at any time. Tonight I am using, once again, New Amsterdam brand gin. I have a lot of limes, so again I'm using fresh squeezed lime juice. And then I have some simple syrup that I just keep in my fridge already made. Again, simple syrup is the easiest thing to make. You never, ever, 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 ever need to buy it. It is sugar and water heated together. That's it. And then I'm also going to be using my handy dandy measuring shot glass. Again, if you haven't invested in one, I think this is so simple, great way to make cocktails. I think those little cone-shaped shot measuring things are really confusing because I'm not a bartender, so I don't know how much that is. So this has everything, including milliliters and tablespoons and teaspoons and ounces. So if I find some weird recipe, I can always use this to measure it. So I've got my shaker and open it up. It is going to be 2 ounces of gin. You can adjust this ratio if you want. If you like it a little less strong, you could do 1.5 ounces of gin. It's going to be a little bit sweeter that way, but if that's how you like it, feel free. And again, you could always make this with vodka as well. And then I'm going to use 1/2 ounce simple syrup. Just got my simple syrup here. 1/2 ounce, pour that in. And then 1/2 ounce of lime juice. Now I am using fresh squeezed lime juice, so I'm going to strain it into my measuring shot glass because I don't want any of that pulp getting into my cocktail. It's not the end of the world if you don't have a strainer, feel free. Just letting you know, you might find little bits of pulp. And then I'm going to add ice. Now you only need like 3 or 4 pieces of ice to shake a single cocktail. You do not need to fill the shaker with ice. So I put 3 pieces in there, make sure the lid is on very tight, and give it a very good shake. I think I may have mentioned this before, but one of my huge pet peeves is when people shake cocktails like, oh, that's not a shake. You really, really, really want to give it a nice shake. You're expanding that liquid. You're cooling it down by letting it, all the little molecules actually expand from the shaking. There's a reason behind why you do it. So you really want to put a little bit of effort into it. Plus, I absolutely love when there's kind of that thin layer of ice on the top of your cocktail. That's so, I really like that. Since a gimlet doesn't necessarily have very much color to it, the lime juice doesn't really bring much color, I'm using a fun glass tonight instead of a clear one. Just going to pour my cocktail in. Perfect. And then I'm going to garnish it with just a simple lime wheel right on top. And then we're going to taste it. That is just a really simple, good cocktail. And it's delicious. Again, it's a little bit stronger. It's not super sweet because of the 2 ounces of gin to the 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. It's also not super sour because you only put 1/2 ounce of lime juice. So you can adjust these ratios to, make it how you really like it. But this is how I like it. So cheers and enjoy. Let me know what you think.